Hey boardies, welcome to AmassGames. My name is Simon. It's looking at the next in a series of games, next in the trilogy for Monumental Duel. That was trade. This is now exploration. So slight differences going on here. For a start, I'm actually filming this slightly differently. I'm filming it not zoomed out, which makes it a bit easy to see. So we are able to see this all in 4K, and I've taken out all the sleeves as well. Of course, do check out my sleeving playlist. But I'm aware somebody commented on the trade video that things weren't as easy to see, so I don't hold things up to the camera, etc. So I've laid out the majority of the new stuff. Again, we have 3 new sources of factions, which I have mentioned before in the unboxing teaser trailer preview video. We've now got the Chinese, the Egyptians, and the Danish. For now, I've just set up the Egyptians. And as you can see, we've got the standard 4 cards, the 4 types of cards that you can buy, the basic kind of resources, the basic kind of buildings that you can get. We've also got our unique warlord and our scout. We've also got our 5 cultural cards. So as per usual, you can build any of these as and when you've got a culture point, but you will need to pay an extra one, to pay 2 to build out the second one, any order you like, 3 for the third, 4th for the 4th, and 5th for the 5th. And we also have our unique deck of hand cards, which I'll show you how that works again in a second. We've got our turn order card, and we've got our victory point reminder. So unique theme exploration is firstly, you've got a little unique symbol down here showing we're from the exploration deck. Again, you can mix and match with other these boxes. I will tell you about the espionage game in a future video. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell regarding that one. So we've got these cards, these exploration cards. You're gonna have 3 decks. You've got deck era 1. You're going to have era 2 and era 3, and of course you know those era cards as well. So there's deck 2 and there's era 3. I don't know why. Is that another 3 card in there for some reason? Nope. So what's going to happen is when you do this scout action, you're also going to obviously decide who starts. So you're going to have some military tokens, you have some gold, that's all going to be available. You're going to have your production tokens, your cultural point tokens. Check out my accessories playlist regarding this stuff. And most importantly, your activation tokens and also some other point tokens as well. So how do these work? Well, if you happen to do the scout action, you're drawing cards from this deck as you're exploring. How this works is you're spending military, and you're spending military equal to the era deck that you're in. So currently in that first era, era 1, so we can draw from the era 1 deck, you'll spend 1 military point. So you need to gain some military first. So let's say you've already accumulated some or amassed some. You're spending 1 because you're in the first era, and the amount of cards that you want to explore. So let's say we explore 2 cards. We pay 1 for the era 1, paying an additional 2 to actually draw 2 extra cards, and now we've got 3 cards. You might just want to spend 2. So the minimum you're always spending is 2. And now you're looking at your 2 cards and keeping one of them, the other's going to go into discard pile. And there's 3 separate discard piles for each of the era, because there might be something that allows you to get it back. If I'm speaking too fast, please as always do slow it down or re-watch it. So this one says, keep this card face down. During city activation, if you activate over 6 cards, reveal it, conquer a province from the development display, then discard this card. Lots of cards do get discarded. This one says game on science, keep this card, is worth 1 VP at the end of the game. That's the kind of stuff you're dealing with, so you can't reach the era 2 cards until you're in era 2. Remember, it will cost you 2 of these to reach era 2 initially, plus 1 of these just to draw the very first card. If you want to draw 2, you're then paying a total of 4. But just remember, you're only keeping 1, the other's going to go into discard pile. But you could always go back in the era 1 cards that's still left. You could just spend 1 for era 1 and 1 card if there's any era 1 cards left, which there might not be. So why do you want to do this? Well, for a start, you see you do get some bonuses. You also get 1 victory point as well for any beside your city. So trying to get these out are good. As per usual, as you're getting out wonder cards, you're getting 2 victory points if you happen to have any of those. And any cultural tokens get you 2. Any of the knowledge cards will get you 1. And of the provinces give you 1 as well. So cultural cards, 2, etc. Majority, again, you're going to get 3 for these, 3 for wonder cards. 3 is if you've got the most knowledge cards, that's the blue ones, and provinces are going to get you 3 for the bonus as well. So just remind you how these cards are going to work. It's a deck building style game, quite a unique one. You are going to have 9 cards out, but again, I'm not showing you everything in this picture right now. And knowledge cards look like this. So you're going to place another card on top of it. And let's say I trigger this road, just everything's in shot. Then if I trigger this, this will give me 2 military. And if you gain at least 2 production this round, gain 1 gold. Let's say I happen to, well, obviously I wouldn't maybe trigger this one because I wouldn't be gaining any production. So maybe I would have gone, I don't know, this way down here, which would give me this way to give myself 2. So maybe I do go this way, place a token on here to show I'm activating it. And then also maybe come down this way, which maybe if I had a 3rd card out the shot, I would have gained myself another military card here, another gold, sorry, because our games have 2 production, it'd give me a gold as well. Again, gold is a wild resource. At the end of the round, those cards will go away. You're drawing up fresh cards. And again, you can use those production to build more stuff, such as building out wonders, building out more military cards, maybe building out these cards as well. Just to show the kinds of things you can build. You've got yourself, obviously, EMC, I've showed you this in the other video. Get yourself some province cards out, various things out, get yourself a wonder, obviously partially constructed into your deck. And that's it. So what do I think of this game? Well, I give this again a very good rating, a 7 out of 10. I think I slightly prefer trade over this one. I like the idea that you're vying for it. Yes, you're losing resources. As per the other game, if you choose to go for this, you're going to get benefits from your warlord, because if you have the advantage, I need to spend an action to go here, and now I'm paying any amount of resources, but it's got to be the same type. And now that goes on here. So if I then on a future turn do this, if you have the advantage, which let's say I do at this point, build a wonder section for 2 fewer production. Again, these are production resources, but just note that in this instance, at the end of the round, you'll always lose a token from here, and it's going to go back to neutral. Or it might be the case that I had gone here spending 1 military, and then my opponent happened to spend more than that. They could have spent 2, 3, whatever. It switches to them, which means, again, if they happen to have 3 on here or 4, whatever it might be, at the end of the round, they've still got the advantage. Now, they don't have to use a different resource. It has to be one type, remember, but they could choose to use military, just as I had did. But yes, that is it. Any questions, always do let me know via the comments best on YouTube. Looking forward to speaking to you for that final one and maybe comparing the trilogy as a whole. But thank you very much for watching. This has been Exploration Monumental Duel. Enjoy the game. Check out my other FunForge videos, including Tokaido Joe. And again, enjoy this game. Back to the table.